The real Ty, not Brooklyn Ty, back with another one. And one thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is for those of y'all that are afraid to express yourself and have this ego, making shit seem like everything's all good, making things seem like things don't phase you, all of that. I'm having this conversation because I know there's other people out here that need to hear this. And it's also good for me too. It helps me mentally talking about this type of stuff. Now, for those of y'all that has this ego, just keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with expressing yourself. Nothing. When I mean expressing yourself, I'm not talking about cracking jokes, having a good laugh. Nothing wrong with that, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like, you know, especially for us, we out here, we got this society that's trying to teach us to be like, yeah, you gotta be tough all the time. You ain't got no feelings. That's the type of way a lot of people carry themselves out here. And I just wanted to know, let y'all know that all of that is cap. I mean, yeah, we do gotta look tough, we gotta be strong and all of that, but there's a time and a place for that. People like us as men, this is mostly for men. We gotta accept the fact that we have feelings too. There's people out there, there's men out here that try not to express their feelings with certain situations, so they want to be like, oh, they all hard and stuff like that. You don't gotta express it to everybody and all of that. At least have somebody to talk to about the hit. It's cool to cry. It's not wrong with that. Time and a place for that. Just keep that in mind. Keep that up here. Time and a place. But you don't want to, of course, you don't want to look like a crybaby. But remember, things happen. We're men. We're not robots. I used to be that way. I'll admit to it. I was afraid to express how I was feeling and stuff like that with certain situations. I let things happen. Well, I'm going to say I let things happen and let things go unchecked without talking about certain things. I'd be like, oh yeah, that shit ain't bother me. Hell yeah, that shit bothers me. And talking about it can actually make you forget. I wouldn't say forget about it, but it makes you move on about the situation better. It can either make it better as far as like the situation itself, or it helps you move on better. Regardless, it's better for you mentally, for your spirit. My goal over here is to try to find more like, my goal on here is to help others and to help myself. Because I go through a lot of struggles behind closed doors that I don't express to no one. People probably got an idea, but I ain't telling you shit. But I am. See, I ain't perfect. You just caught me right there. I ain't perfect. I'm learning. I'm only 22 years old. But I'm here to talk about stuff, like that. I've been afraid to open up with certain things. I was afraid of people to look at me. But literally, you don't talk about certain things. It opens up doors for people to assume. They could be right, they could be wrong. You don't know. That's another thing about me that I want to get over, is overthinking. I'm an overthinker. I overthink about a lot of things. I was overthinking before I turned this camera on. A lot of people probably noticed that, but I know a lot of people never really hear me admit it. I'm an overthinker. And I'm okay with that, because I'm talking about it. I'm good with trying to become better with it. Overthinking can be a good thing. It can be a good thing and a bad thing. Just don't let it take over your mind. Once you let overthinking take over your mind, then you're gone. You're gonna start overthinking about everything. You're gonna overthink about things like, what would happen to this quarter if I dropped it? Would it cry? I'm not saying that I think about stuff like that, but I'm sure you get what I'm trying to say. You start thinking about dumb shit. And then people ask you what's wrong. Next thing you know, you're over here like thinking to yourself like, I'm overthinking about nothing. So that's why I'm here. To be honest, this video is probably, I wouldn't say it's all over the place. It's just talking about expressing yourself. I'm basically expressing myself right now. I never had this conversation with nobody. Because I hold it in. That's why always express yourself. Because if you don't, it'll go and check. And then that'll cost you. On some DaBaby shit, if you heard that song. Always. I ain't really got nothing else to really say. Just make sure you talk things out. Have someone to talk to. Shit, even if you gotta come on here and do what I'm doing, do what you gotta do. That's why I'm here. Helps me and it helps you. Even trade. I'm not looking for nothing in return. But I keep it 100. That's the reason why I'm doing this. I feel more at ease with myself talking about this. This is gonna be my public dictionary. For those of y'all that follow me on Snap, I'm sure there's not many. I made a snap right before I made this video. I'm saying it's a message to people. For those of y'all that like to come on social media and talk about your problems. I'm not saying everything, but you know, I'm sure we all seen it. There's people on here that be going on social media talking about oh, I can't find love. Oh, people are fake. People are this, people are that. You get the idea. I don't see nothing wrong with doing that. People are going to judge you, but at the end of the day, that helps your spirit. It helps you up here. There's nothing wrong with talking about it. But I would say be careful posting it on there because you can stir up the energy of some bad people that'll come to you and say things you may not want to hear. Let me turn my computer screen back on. That's the only bad thing about it. Just keep that in mind. If that's what helps you, then do it. That's all I got to say. The Real Ty's out of here. Subscribe to my channel, my other channel, Brooklyn Ty. Put the link in the description. Maybe. I'm out.